Hello. My name is Keshwani. It's Keshwani. Keshwani. We are here because we want to prepare for the SAT. We have been solving math problems out of this book here, the official SAT study guide, the second edition. If you do not own this book already, purchase one immediately. You're going to need it. The problem that I'm about to solve is the one that you will find on page number 400. Page number 400, and today is our lesson number 14. Let's take a look at it. We are given a picture. We are told that this line goes through the origin. This is point A. We are told that the point A has the coordinate of P and R. If you read the problem, it says in the problem that the picture above, the P and R are the coordinates of point A. The question simply is, of the 5 values that are given to us, which could be the value of, which could be the slope of AB? This line AB here, this line AB, which could be the slope? Well, the very first thing we notice is that it's a negatively sloped line. If it's a negatively sloped line, any answer choice that is positive is the wrong answer. Let's see if there is any positive answers. There you go. C says 0. Well, that's wrong, because the slope of 0 would have been a flat line. It would have been a line horizontal to x-axis. D is a positive number. That's wrong. It's positive. And E is a positive quantity. That's wrong. So right away, we have narrowed our answer 50-50. Now all we have to figure out is whether it's -2 or -1/2. Now the negative part pertains to the fact that it is a negative slope line. We just have to figure out the ratio of change in x to change in y. Is that ratio more than 1 or is it less than 1? Let's find out. How do you find the slope? Slope, as you know, is simply, we ask ourselves how much does the y change when x changes by a certain amount. So how much does x change if we go from A to 0, the origin here, going from A to origin, how much does x change? Going from A to origin, from A to the origin, the change in x is this, which is your x coordinate. This is the change in x, which is p. Change in x is p. And similarly, the change in y is this quantity right here. This is our change in y, which is the y coordinate r. So again, one more time, the slope is how much does the y change for a given value of x, for a given change in x changed by p units, and as a result, y changed by r units. What can we say about this ratio? Well, actually, in order to answer that question, we have to look at one remaining part in the problem, where it tells us that the absolute value of p is greater than the absolute value of r. Now, why do they insist? Why are they so hell-bent on saying absolute value? Because of the fact that this p right here, this value of p is some negative quantity. Because if we are in this quadrant, we are to the left of the x-axis. P is some negative quantity. P is some negative quantity, but when we take the absolute value of it, of course it becomes positive. And that positive value, this distance right here, they're telling us, this distance right here, P, this distance right here, is more than this distance right here, the vertical distance. As a matter of fact, the way they drew it, you can even see that the change in x is much more than change in y. As a matter of fact, I'm going to redraw it, because mine is not drawn properly. If you look at the picture that they give you, it's easy to see, it's very easy to see that going from origin to point A, the change in x, which is this here, is much more than the change in y. And change in x is your p, because of the fact that this has the coordinates of p and r. And the change in y is the r coordinate right here. and we are told that the absolute value of P is more than the absolute value of R. In other words, here what they're telling us is that the denominator, the bottom part, is more than the top part. Well, if the denominator is more than the numerator, then this thing, whatever it is got to be less than 1. Because of the fact that the bottom, we've been told here, the denominator is more than the numerator. Therefore, this value, whatever it is, got to be less than 1. So we have two choices, 2 or a half. Answer choice A was 2, and answer choice B was a half. Now, as I said before, pay no attention to the fact that they have negatives in front of it. When we say that half is more than 2, sorry, when we say that we're looking for something less than 1, they are both less than 1 here. You're right, they are both less than 1, but that's not what we mean. This negative sign here is purely to indicate the fact that this is a negatively sloped line. We're looking for the ratio of change in x versus the change in y. This ratio here, this ratio R to P, has to be less than 1, which is this guy right here. The answer is B. The answer is B. That's all. That's all it is. We're done. I will see you tomorrow, okay? Bye now.